Eric Adams says he will reinstate terminated vaccinated workers. However, they will not receive any form of compensation. They will not have their time restored. They will only pick up immediately where they left off, as if they took a leave of absence. No compensation there. No seniority added. Nothing. They just, but they could return to whatever rank they are. Now, looking at that, I'm like, well, there's a time period where it's going to start, and you have up to December 5th to submit, meaning that more than likely this is going to run into Zohran Mamdani's administration. So I reached out to Zohran. Shocker, I've got no response. But I reached out to him and I asked him if he was advised on this policy and if he supports this policy. So I haven't got a response. I've asked several news outlets the same question that reported on this. They haven't got that response either. They're trying to figure this out as well. What are your thoughts, Jimmy, on this whole plan of reinstating workers by Eric Adams? Do you think it's a political ploy? Do you think it has legs? Do you think this is legacy protection? Like, what are you seeing from it?
I don't know why Adams is doing this at the 9th hour, except maybe to truly try to correct without admitting he was wrong, this historical injustice. And again, this was never about the vaccine. This was always about the workers' rights issue, right? They literally imposed a post-hire condition of employment that took away all legally entitled due process, and then they had the skilled courts, who are all political appointees, concede and consent on it. And I would have listened, as someone who's in and out of the courts, if you are somebody who has this opportunity to get your job back, if you intend to work again, do not look for the courts for justice, and you need this work, I would say take it, and maybe, let's forgive Adams. I don't. It was terrible. And John and everyone else, all your listeners, listen to me. You cops should know more than anybody. The court system is so far gone in New York City and New York State. There is no justice to be had. It's over. The court system is. It doesn't, it's, in my opinion, and I'm allowed to have an opinion, I think, still in New York, right? I think it's totally corrupt. I think more so than the political parties, and that's saying a lot. So I think Eric Adams recognized they pulled a lot of strings to get judges to go in favor of the city.
I totally agree. Marlon, what are your thoughts? You had a couple of days to think about it. What are your thoughts about this whole thing?
Well, I think this last minute policy by Adams is to clear up his legacy, to put something on the resume in case he plans to come back to politics later on. And I think it's once again there's a little bit of mocking us in there because you don't have any back pay, we're not getting back our time, and the time frame to get this done doesn't match up because there's a hearing on the 19th by DCAS, and they said there's 30 days to implement the policy after the hearing. Now, if that's the case, after the 19th, we're going to Thanksgiving, which means it's probably not going to get done. So that means it's not going to happen until the first week of December, which means there's 30 days to get this done. And I'm not sure 30 days is enough to get it done because last time in 2023, when I spoke to NYPD personnel, they told me it takes a while because they need to straighten out the budget with DCAS. So
3 months, they said.
Huh?
They said 3 months it takes to get reinstated.
Yeah. So how's this going to work when Mamdani comes in January? Something to keep in mind. Mamdani comes in January, and Mamdani already has Melanie Hartzog on his transition team. Now, Melanie Hartzog was she was deputy mayor of health and human services, and she was in charge of the vaccine command center during COVID. So how likely is that policy to get carried out once Mamdani gets in office?
I'm sorry.
No,
I was just, and again, just moving back. Maybe it's all a horse and pony show, right? I didn't realize it's going to take them 90 days to get back, and who knows? I apologize. Sorry,
no. I mean, but we don't know, right? Like, we don't know. Maybe they was blowing smoke up our ass last time saying it was 90 days. Maybe it only takes 5 days. Maybe they could get it done on December 5th and get everybody reinstated by December 15th. Sal, what do you think? What are your thoughts? Like you weren't affected by the mandate. Like, what are your thoughts looking from the outside, knowing Eric Adams? Like, why is he doing this now? And in the last few months of his office, like, what are your thoughts about it?
Well, it's simple. He's looking to say he did something positive so that he has a future, whether it be to be the Albanian ambassador or whatever scam he's trying to run after this. This whole thing is a head fake. I don't even know if it be getting implemented, let alone if it's even real. Okay, it's just a way for him to say, "Oh, look, I did the right thing for the unvaccinated workers. I made him return to work." He could have done this 4 years ago. Instead, he wasted millions of dollars fighting everyone, and he lost. Okay, but he doesn't like to lose. So this is another thing. He's doing this to try to, at least at the end, hook some people and say, "Look, I did something," which he's not doing anything. Because if I'm not mistaken, this deal was given a long time ago where come back to work, but all your back pay, all your benefits, everything while you were sitting on the sidelines, thanks to the city, we're not giving you anything. That was the same deal it was years ago. So it's just another head fake. But people that are low information will fall for it. Oh, Trump said so. That's another thing. People need to get this guy out of your head as a deity. You need to hold him responsible just like everyone else. So you're right. When someone in here is saying blaming the GOP and stuff, yes, you need to blame the GOP and Trump. You think that endorsement of Andrew Cuomo had nothing to do with what happened the other day? Oh, but that's right. He endorsed Eric Adams first. And by the way, remember this when those impeachment hearings happened, when they asked, "Oh, did you have anything to do with this or what?" And he said, "I did Eric a favor." What do you mean you did Eric a favor? Oh, you dropped his case? So they're going to start investigating every human being that was in his administration that spoke to him and his lawyer. And who's going to be the star witness? Eric L. Adams. So this is all a head fake. But people, I mean, if you're going to fall for all this WWE stuff, what can I tell you? Get ready for the swerve while you're in the ring. And then what? They're going to come out with NWO shirts and this guy's part of the New World Order. It's just, it is what it is. And they're going to fall. People are going to fall for this. I hate to see some cop or firefighter actually agrees to this scam deal that's not even a real deal. It's just so Eric Adams can say, "I did something."
If Sal, I'm going to tell you, as an attorney some of these people have been out of work for 3-4 years. Like, I'm just telling you on a practical level, I agree with you. But here's the thing, right? Eric Adams, I donated to his first campaign, right? I believed a lot of the lies he said, right? Eric Adams really did get the fucking short end of the stick here. Like, soon as he opened his mouth against the illegal immigrants, the DOJ they fucking went after him really, really hard, right?
I don't agree with that. I think that actually was going on under, of all people, President Trump in 2017. It started then, and it takes a while. As you could tell now, after now he's gone, I could assure you the DOJ is going to go after the NYPD, upper echelon, all that stuff they were doing. It takes a while to put those cases together. Since he's a politician, you need to be careful how you present the case, because then what do they say? What do I keep hearing? It's political. Everything's political. No, you're a criminal. Sorry, Eric Adams, you're a criminal. You've destroyed everybody around you. You actually hire people just to destroy them. So as bad as Tim Pearson is and Phil Banks, you either let them loose or tell them, "Yeah, don't worry about it. I got it. I'm the mayor. And then when the going gets tough, I don't know anything. Remember what he was saying? I don't know anything about turkey. I don't eat turkey. He thinks he's a big joke.
Screw Eric Adams, though. Listen, he's a corrupt bastard. He should be in jail right now. I don't care how they went after him. He had his hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah. Yeah. But listen, just another thing to point out. The New York City political democratic machine, they left a black mayor out to dry, right? They walked away from him. They wouldn't even put him on the ballot. Then I agree. I understand a lot of what you're saying, and believe me, his policies have destroyed so much of New York City. I think there's a lot of larger political maneuvering, and he's been
he elevated Mamdani, but let's not forget now what people voted for. Also, the godfather of Zohran Mamdani is Andrew Cuomo. His policies destroyed the state, destroyed the city, set everything up for his radical base. And by the way, his base and how he became a politician was the Working Families Party. And back in 2014, it was Andrew Cuomo. And I noticed because I remember when he was running his campaign against Carl Palladino, he destroyed all the other parties. Remember, New York State was a state that extra you could run under any line. Green Party, Libertarian Party, Reform Party. He crushed all those parties because he didn't want any opposition. And guess what other party he left? The Working Family Party that endorsed Andrew Cuomo. So again, this guy is the godfather of Mamdani and everything that's happened in New York State. But they actually told you to vote for him. That's what Trump's going to vote for.
Just real quick, I'm going to tell you, I agree with you 100%. And I'm going to say this, and people are really going to hate me because I told John I had been at the Kings County Republican reorganization meeting, and at that meeting, it was in September. I was with Athena, her husband, and we're sitting there and we're listening to people talk about potentially endorsing Cuomo. I looked at them. I was like, what are you people doing? Like, get me out. And they're like, well, this and that. I was like, oh, you people are crazy. I was like, let's be very clear. If the Kings County GOP came out and said that, I would go back to my club, and my entire club, we all would have jumped ship, and we would have been supporting Mamdani, because I could never in a million years see how the GOP, anybody who's a Republican, can endorse this legacy corrupt Democratic political machine.
You've just watched a clip from our live episode. Click the description to watch the full episode. Like, share, and subscribe for more videos just like this.